Then the last several examples of 6.2 substitution start with 24. We have integral 1 over 2x plus 1 dx. Then you will set the bottom as 2x plus 1 as your u, and the du will be 2 dx. Then apparently I don't have a 2 dx, so I'm going to just change that dx by giving a 1/2. Therefore, your original question becomes into integral 1 over u and a 1/2 du. And that is integral 1/2 u to -1 du. Oh, I don't need -1 actually. I can just, what is the integral of 1 over u? That will be natural log of u. Put a absolute value, and because you have 1/2, therefore it's 1/2 natural log of u plus c. And plug back in how did you define u back to here. That therefore it's a natural log of 2x plus 1 plus c. It's indefinite integral, so always have a plus c. We'll talk about the definite integral when you have some numbers on the top and the bottom to evaluate in the next sections. 26 is integral x to the third over x to the fourth plus 4 square and dx. And normally you want to have the one with a higher degree as your u. Therefore, u is x to the fourth plus 4, and du is 4x to the third dx. And you don't want to have this 4 because in the original question you don't have a 4. Therefore, it's 1/4 du to make this two sides equal. Then you can start doing substitution, and that will give you integral that this two together is your 1/4 du, and this on the bottom is 1 over u squared. Therefore, it's 1 over 4 u to the -2 du, and you're integrating it. Therefore, this becomes increased by 1, -1, making sure I have divided by -1. Then plug in plus c. Then you want to plug back in u to this u, replace it so that your answer is in terms of x, and this is -1 over 4, and x to the fourth plus 4 to the power of -1 plus c. You can also write this as 1 over. You can also leave it like this. Okay. Now last one, 28. Is integral e to x over e to the x plus 1 dx. Now for this question, it looks like, why do you need the integral? Can you just break it? The answer is you cannot, because the denominator is in a relatively complicated case. If this reversed is on the top, for example, if this is e to the x plus 1 divided by e to the x, this will be relatively easy because this will become just a 1 plus 1 over e to x integral, and you can integrate them separately. However, the bottom is relatively complicated. Therefore, you have to have some u substitution, hopefully make it more doable. Then your u is going to be e to the x dx plus 1. Du is e to the x dx, because derivative of this is still e to the x. So it's exactly the part you're looking for on the top. Therefore, your question becomes integral 1 over u plus du. And that's natural log of u plus c. Put the absolute value in there. And then substitute back in the definition of your u, which is e to the x plus 1 plus c. And actually, you don't need to put absolute value for this particular question because e to the x is going to be a positive value, and you can just put e to the x plus 1 plus c. All right, that's all for 6.2. I will send through email with the questions I want you to work on. Then if you have a question, feel free to send me email, and that's all.